Have you ever experienced this? You're feeling bad about something and so you try to be nice to yourself. But you notice every time you practice kindness towards yourself, there's this awkwardness, or as one of my patients put it, there's a gag reflex. The kinder you are to yourself, the worse you feel. Stay tuned for today's video on the top 3 reasons on why self-compassion is so very difficult. Let's do this. Hi, I'm Dr. Les and welcome to the Mindfulness Channel, a channel focused on mind-body information and skills about chronic pain and trauma recovery to help you be the best you in your healing journey. If this is your first time, welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button and please do share this video with those who could benefit from it. Share it on Facebook and other social media platforms. For those of you returning, welcome back. Pleasure to have you folks again. Check out the video description section for some information and timestamps, which may be helpful if you wish to watch this video again. Today's video will cover some groundwork on what is self-compassion, the myths of self-compassion, and lastly, the top 3 reasons why self-compassion is so difficult. Well, according to Kristen Neff, an associate professor at the University of Texas at Austin, who's considered one of the world's leading experts in self-compassion. Now, she defines self-compassion as treating oneself kindly when we feel inadequate, with kindness and concern, like you would treat a friend. Self-compassion is a form of self-pity. Nope. Self-compassion allows us to be more willing to accept, experience, and acknowledge difficult thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, along with difficult conversations with kindness, which paradoxically helps us process and let go of our resistance more fully and easily. See, what we don't express actually gets impressed in our nervous system. It almost gets encoded. Put differently, practice is the drive changer of the nervous system. What are you practicing on a daily basis? Shaming, fear, avoidance, or curiosity, kindness in your daily healing journey? Self-compassion helps you take committed courage to show up for yourself. It helps motivate us, encourage us, versus bullying or shaming ourselves. Have you felt like doing something if you were shamed? Can you recall a very specific time where shaming really helped you be the best you? Most likely not, right? Self-care is self-love. When we are kinder to ourselves, we seem to treat other people around us in the same way. Have you ever noticed this, that someone who's hypercritical of others tends to be hypercritical of themselves? In the same way, when you create head space, you actually create heart space, so the best you shows up. Here are your top 3 reasons on why self-compassion is so difficult. We've received messages that our self-worth is tied to our performance. Lean into loving who you really are, where you are right now in life, to release the old programmed messages of the past that no longer serve you. We learn to internalize our stress emotions for the sake of being loved. We have learned to stuff our feelings and not really feel what we need to feel because we have received messages by those who raised us and people around us as a way to help us contain our emotions. Or perhaps it was a way to contain them from feeling embarrassed about us when we emoted or expressed our emotions, a form of self-control. Suppressing your emotions has a place and time, but when suppression is a staple of your life or family dynamics, it is more difficult and it leads to a lot of psychological problems. It is important to learn to safely express how you feel and what you feel. Our caregivers and society focuses on self-esteem, which is evaluative. You're a good boy or girl if you. Much like the first reason why self-compassion is so difficult, the second reason emphasizes basically our performance, how we act or behave, which is related to self-image. We have been trained to evaluate or judge ourselves so we can be accepted by others, good enough for others, in service of creating this self-image that other people want us to be like. That's a lot of pressure placed on us when you cannot express and be just who you are. You have the right to feel sad, angry, scared. On a side note, I do not believe in self-esteem. Why? Well, self-esteem is just another evaluative measure or a setup for self-judgment. Try replacing self-esteem, the word that is, with a sense of self. Sense of self can be defined as knowing who you are. This allows you to live with purpose and even develop a healthy sense of self. I wonder how you would feel if someone just accepted you fully and completely just as you are. What would that feel like when you're fully accepted and feel loved? When someone loves you for both your strengths and weaknesses within you. That creates a sense of safety within us, which helps us with chronic pain and trauma healing. And the best person to do that, to accept you, is you. So show up for yourself. Self-compassion is a game changer in the healing journey. We've been conditioned to believe our old programmed messages. Whatever we practice, we become better at. If we practice being hypercritical to ourselves, well, the brain learns that with repetition. Few of us have received skills on self-compassion. Those of us who are raised in very strict and maybe loving or maybe chaotic household may not have received that skill set. Very few of us actually and truly know how to be very kind towards ourselves. One, we don't know any better. And two, it's part of our daily repertoire until we learn some new skills. Many of us continue to beat ourselves up in hopes of being lovable and accepted by others. Being in a certain way just so that others will think that you're good. Try showing up for you. Be the best person, mom, dad, lover, friend, best friend to yourself. Well, I hope you found today's video helpful, and please do rewatch it so you can reflect on some of the points that were made. Think about the things that get in your way of being kinder to yourself, and learn skills to fully and completely accept yourself. That actually helps with your healing journey. It can be scary, but get with a mental health professional who will help you develop that sense of safety within, because it is difficult to heal until you feel safe enough within yourself. Until next time, I'll catch you the next moment. I'm Dr. Les.